But do you know the answer to that riddle? How much can a woodchuck chuck if a wood could chuck wood?
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Yeah.
I know there's an answer to it. If a woodchuck could chuck wood, then a woodchuck no wood or some bullshit. Like there's an answer to that, but I don't know it. I just heard people say before, and I was like, bro, I can't even say the first part, but now I can say the first part. I don't know why, bro. Right now, that shit all just clicked in my head, and I'm like, hey, I understand what it's asking, but now I need another response.
I have always been told riddles, but I've never really been able to crack a lot of them. Like I've never
All right,
really
bro.
answered that one.
Let me give you another riddle.
All right.
It's a seven-letter word.
7-letter word.
All right. It's bigger than God. It's worse than the devil. Poor people have it. Rich people need it. And if you eat it, you die.
Damn. Hold on. It's going to take me a little minute.
College, university kids weren't able to answer this question, but an average 5-year-old or an average elementary school kid could.
Rich people eat it?
No.
Wait, hold up.
It's bigger than God. It's
Bigger than
worse
God.
than the devil.
Worse than the devil.
Poor people have it. Rich people need it. And if you eat it, you die.
No, this riddle right here for sure is challenging for me because I've heard this before. Like,
I think I've told you this maybe a long ass time ago.
Damn. I've heard this a couple times throughout my life, and I'm pretty sure I was told the answer, but this is one of those things where it just slips my mind again.
You got this, bro. You got this. Don't overthink it.
Time? No time?
It's a 7-letter word.
7-letter word? 7-letter word, okay. Bigger than God. Worse than the devil.
Poor people have it.
Rich people don't
need it.
Need it.
And if you eat it, you die.
Dude, I mean, this is hard, bro. I don't know what's I got nothing right now. I mean, I'm just letting you know my thought process. I mean, it could be a lot of things. 7-letter word.
You want to know the answer?
Damn, yeah, hell yeah. I mean, I'm trying to. Bro, I mean, I don't know how long I'm gonna be dwelling on this shit, bro. Like,
damn, well, should I just not tell him?
No,
should I just not tell him?
I mean, you don't gotta. I mean,
it's gonna eat at him.
I don't want to dwell on this too long. Fuck it. Like,
right, let's move on then. You don't have to dwell on it. Let's move on then. We don't gotta dwell on it.
But
I'm gonna tell you it like randomly in the podcast, like when we're just talking about something totally random. I'm just gonna tell you the answer. Serious, and you're like, oh yeah, so this was the answer. I'm just gonna say the answer. I'm not even gonna tell you.
Oh damn. Yeah, but we're talking about the Jake Paul fight.
The Jake Paul fight. True. We didn't see it, but I mean, we saw the results.
And you was right. And a lot of people was right that Jake Paul wasn't going to get this W against someone that has a lot more experience in that industry.
But what I did hear, though, that I don't like is that it was kind of close. I don't like
So are we kind of getting... okay, so my question is, did Fury not go as hard? Or is Jake Paul actually that good of a boxer to be close to Fury in that scoreboard victory? Because that's the question that we need to crack. Is Jake Paul actually like almost up to par to where it was a close victory with Fury? That's crazy to me. Like, you have someone just stepping into like the boxing space or in that space for 3-4 years now, and kind of close to somebody that, you know, has been in a camp. You know,
I mean, it went to decision, and I just wasn't expecting it to go to decision.
I mean, decision making sometimes these days is
so
just trash.
I don't want to say that means it was close, but I just thought Homeboy was gonna knock him out. I really did. I thought he was gonna beat the brakes off him, bro. I really did.
A lot of people were saying that it was gonna be one of those fights where no, yeah, Jake is messing around with someone that's been doing it for a while.
A boxer
has
yeah.
a record of
Yeah.
of good fights that he's done. You said that he was like number one contender for a belt.
Something, yeah.
And yeah, I mean, realistically, it just makes sense for this person to go through with his shit and get it versus, you know, having to sell out like some fighters maybe would like in that situation just for the sake of the money.
I mean, that whole fight's a sellout fight, bro. Like, he even said it like in their like pre-interview and shit when they're bro. They did like a pre. This was kind of weird, like that they don't normally do, bro, before boxing matches. I mean, obviously they do like sit down conferences, right? Like with one team on one side, the other team on the other side. You know?
Yeah.
But they did like a sit down podcast between both of them, bro. Like it was like a moderator in the middle, and then him on one side, and then the other dude on the other side, and they were just talking to each other, and like it was just kind of like for the content, I guess. And it kind of
milking the shit out of it.
It kind of threw me off a little, but when they were talking right there, the guy even said like, "Oh, this is more money than I'll probably ever make." Like that, no, like hands down. Like we all know what this is about. Like I know that, like I know it. Like he was just breaking it down. Like, look, I understand. Like this is just some YouTuber. Like he basically just said that. Like he's just a YouTuber. I get it. Like, and pretty much like it's. He knew that it wasn't gonna be like taken that serious. He wasn't gonna get no respect if he won. He just wanted to show that he's not shit. You feel me? And I guess I don't know. I didn't watch this, so I really can't say like if homeboy put him in his place or not. But hey, he lost. He lost.
But who would you like? Or
I don't give a fuck.
Let me ask this question: which EDM celebrity DJ you think would be a great boxing fight with another celebrity DJ? Like, because if they're doing this with a YouTuber and someone like Fury for entertainment, right? To like, you know, make that paycheck. Like, what would you believe, like in this day and age, would be a good EDM boxing match between two like big time celebrity, or maybe not even celebrity, but just people that are in our niche of like underground too. Like I'll give it a thought. Like I would love to see Tiesto and David Guetta box it out, bro. I'd love to see that shit.
That would look so trash.
I like
embarrassing, bro.
You think that'd be embarrassing?
Do you see what they're shaped like, fam? And then put gloves on them and see how long they can hold their hands up with those gloves on.
Well, I mean, obviously, I would say that they'd be like training for that shit. They give time to train for this shit, though, right?
Yeah. And I guarantee, bro, after one round, they're gassed, dog. Gassed.
Yeah.
Bro, doing this versus throwing your hands is a whole different thing, bro. It's a whole different. How much do you think your arm weighs?
I mean, I'm not sure. I never asked myself that question. Let's say maybe a good 20 pounds, maybe.
So now you're constantly throwing 20 pounds.
Right. Mm-hmm.
How long do you think you could throw 20 pounds for, fam?
I mean, I'm constantly lifting my arm.
You're not like, throwing. You're not.
Sometimes I'm like, oh shit, you know, like.
No, you're not. No,
so yeah, sometimes.
Bro,
like,
in this last hour, I have not seen you do that.
If you're a bass music and you're quick mixing, like, you know, I mean, not everyone's throwing. You're not always throwing punches. She's like, I'm not. You know, I'm like, oh, you know. Sometimes when you're mixing, like.
Bro, throwing punches means you're physically like clamped up and tense.
I got you. No, yeah, you're right.
I don't think Dave. I don't want, bro. I don't want to see that from them. I don't want to see them in just boxers type shit, bro, and fucking gloves. I don't want to see that. I'm sorry.
So you like see more of like the challenge type of shit with them, like if it would have to be like an entertainment sector of like not just like them showing up like to play sets, would it be more of like the challenge fear factor kind of?
I want to see John Summit and Fred again. That's what I want to see.
Boxing, like, yeah. Oh, okay.
They're more younger. They're more in better shape. Like, you feel me? I feel like that makes more sense. And if they train, they could be decent. Like Tiesto and fucking David Guetta, bro. I feel like they're gonna hurt themselves. Like, it's too embarrassing for that.
Okay, so there's just no, yeah, for sure. Okay, like there's just days of getting reconditioned.
Nothing they could do is gonna make them look good. Boxing, nothing, bro. Nothing. No, none of the cameras. Not how shiny their pants are. Not even if there's fucking lasers in the fucking, like, they're gonna look.
Two OGs not duking it out.
They're gonna look trash.
No, they won't.
You think they know how to fight?
I mean, we'll probably see them knock themselves out.
You think they know how to fight?
We'll probably see themselves knock themselves out. You know, like they just get on stage and they just like pass out at the same time, maybe. If they're not gonna be as conditioned as we think. I don't know. But John Summit and you said what was the other one? Fred again. I mean, yeah, much more younger. I mean, that would be a longer fight, I think. Yeah, I think that must be a longer fight. Okay, how about this? Excision and Getter.
Damn. I feel like Getter gives me Kyle energy.
What? Okay, explain to me Kyle energy. Because I just really want to know what you mean by that. Kyle energy? What you mean, bro?
Kyle, just find your nearest Kyle, bro. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. I've met several Kyles and I feel like they have like several personality traits. I don't know what you mean, bro. Like,
all right.
Okay, like explain to me though, like explain to somebody that has not met a Kyle. You know, like
they've met a Kyle. Y'all met a Kyle. Don't play me. Don't try to throw me out like you don't know what the fuck a Kyle is, bro. Like, you know what a Kyle is,
okay,
dog.
Well, okay, what if some people?
You know what a Karen is, right?
I do.
Fuck out of here, then, bro. Don't play me. Don't play me.
Bet.
Just like there's Jose's and shit, bro. Like, there's Kyle's, dog. Like,
okay.
There's Kyle's. Just like there's Carlos's, bro.
You think there's Kyle's in Mexico? Like for our Mexico listeners, bro? Think about that, dude. Like, just think about that.
I'm sure they've met a Kyle.
Kyle de la Garcia, bro. Like, you ever heard of some dude like
that? Bro, like
they probably have like their own Kyle name over there in each country, right?
If he wears Dickie shorts, drinks Monsters, and still rocks Star Fox, that's a Kyle.
I'll rock that Star Fox shit. I don't know about you, but I ain't no Kyle.
You dirt bike?
I know dirt bike. Nah.
Don't rock Star Fox.
I'm done with you, bro.
What?
That was my favorite video game when I was playing Nintendo 64. I'm a rep Star Fox, even if I own dirt bike. I ain't no Kyle.
Okay. You're a Kyle, bro. You drink Monster.
Drink Monster.
And you know what? Maybe on occasionally, I've seen you wear some Dickie shorts.
I have worn Dickie shorts, fair enough. I have worn Dickie shorts. I feel like I've worn Dickie jeans. I think I have maybe. But maybe like when I was like in middle school. We met in high school.
Okay, so. No, middle school I wore Dickie shorts.
I wore a lot of shorts in middle school, actually.
Actually, I don't want to bring up middle school. Let's continue.
We don't got to. I feel like you're going to bring it up.
That's why I met my first Kyle.
Oh, damn. Okay. I got you. What are the EDM cows? Like you're at a rave. Oh, that's a cow in EDM. Like you know, there's Karens that we identify in public settings, but like in raves, like we definitely have some sort of like EDM type Karens, right? At these.
I feel like you're gonna find the Kyles at the hardstyle stages.
The hardstyle stage.
Yeah.
So were all the Kyles at Wasteland this past weekend?
Yeah, for sure. That's where you saw the most of them.
Okay. I feel that.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. I don't really see Kyles anymore because they're like in their own lane, bro. They're drinking Mountain Dew, playing video games.
Right. Okay.
Still trying to ride a bike, maybe.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to ride a bike still too. Yeah. Now what? This shit happened this past week. Wasteland. People pulled up even if it was raining, bro. Hey, I mean, I still pull up if I pay that much too, for sure.
I mean, there's not a lot of hardstyle festivals, bro, and I'm pretty sure the hardstyle heads who just really want to go.
That's one thing I did start noticing as of late is not many hardstyle events happening as much as other genre of events happening, but not just from like the major scale, but from like the minor and underground scale. Like I hardly, maybe this is just me, maybe not as tapped in, but I really don't really hear much of like show announcements happening from like Southern California, where a lot of it's like, oh, I'm playing this hardstyle show.
Because it doesn't happen. That's why.
Yeah,
it barely happens.
Yeah, and it's only whenever it's like Insomniac attached to it or a big player,
a big headline.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, we brought it up before, but like the whole like, it takes a lot to get people to come out to these type of shows, bro. Like as hard as like, or as easy as it looks, sometimes like all these people in one area listening to like EDM, like that shit's hard to do. Like to get like a big crowd and to get them to listen just to one specific style of music all night, that shit's fucking difficult. Like, and for them to enjoy it the whole time. Because don't get me wrong, people do it, right? But like, it's not a thing, you know. It's not like a big thing, like how it should be, how we want it to be. But I think that's why you have to have like these big headliner DJs come out, just so you could have some people that are really about like the core fan base of whatever genre it is are gonna go, and then that's how you bring everyone else up somehow, you know, like that's, you gotta leech off the fucking headliner sometimes almost, but like,
I got you.
or else there's gonna be no show, you know. Like how do you say, all right, a new genre of EDM starts popping, right? But it's still underground, right? How do you get people to come out to listen to it?
Well, it'd be, I mean, personally, if I had to answer it, I mean, it'd be tapping into what everyone's majorly consuming regularly and seeing what like the elements are in those records, and then trying to integrate that with whatever it is, or with whoever that person is trying to bring in that new genre into that. That's why you see a lot of times like these collaborations happen, and a lot of times these newer, or not these newer genres, but like the mainstream audience or the people that are like often listen to other stuff, like they're exposed to their favorite artists' collaborations, and they hear the collaborations. Some of them is different, so a lot of time it's definitely got to be also
You know,
like the artists. Like sometimes the artists even putting in like an effort. Like even if you're not like if you're a dubstep or like a.
well, see, look, that's even the thing. Even saying dubstep, like even now, we're just starting to see that influx of dubstep shows, like actual dubstep shows now. Like it's just starting to become a thing. How long did that shit take? Like
It took almost a decade, dude.
yeah, bro. Like a little over a decade. Like that shit's insane, bro. Like so it's hard, bro. So how long do you think it's gonna take for it to be there to be hard style shows, for people to even like hard style enough for that shit to happen?
Well, I'm glad that you brought this up because I was gonna ask you this as well, as to like how do you think hardstyle will, at least in the Southern California area where we're at, do you think it'll reach like a momentum like dubstep and house has within the next 5-10 years?
Mm, not hard style, no, but drum and bass.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay. You kind of answered my next question too, because I was gonna ask you, uh, like if you believe hardstyle is not that far off from German bass, but I mean, I think it's still far off from German bass because German bass, it has like its little momentum going on. It is not, and like I said, this may be just me being like ignorant from the standpoint of not listening to too much hardstyle, but when I look at it from the mainstream listener consumer aspect, like it seems to be like German bass. When it comes to a new exciting genre that people are like, oh yeah, I'm starting to like this now. I hear German bass versus, oh, I like hardstyle or I like techno. I would even say sometimes I think even techno kind of still goes like second place versus like a new exciting genre like this past year or two. German bass has definitely been in the talks within the past year or two of like new exciting genre that people have been checking out, and I don't really hear that a lot for hardstyle. But I always take into account too when people tell me like what to listen to, what kind of listener they are, you know, because I only really put a lot of thought into an opinion of like multi-genre listener versus like a single listener. Like if a multi-genre listener told me like, oh yeah, like hardstyle is like fucking sick with it, I'll probably like listen to that opinion much more longer in my thought, because I would respect much more of a multi-genre listener. Because I feel like a single genre listener, like they're very I've noticed like it's very cult like type of like, oh, I only listen to this type of music and that's it type shit, right? So they're always gonna preach their favorite music. But I think my experience with multi-genre listeners, and when they tell me they like a certain genre, for me, you know, I'm able to listen to that a lot more because they're open to listen to other different genres. So when they tell me like, oh yeah, like this is a cool ass genre too, like I don't know. I just feel like that those opinions for me it's a lot more. I'm able to soak in a lot more from those opinions versus like the single genre listeners. Like if a listener told me like, oh yes, dubstep is the fucking shit, and I just knew that they should listen to dubstep. I mean, I'm not. I don't think he's lying. Like I believe dubstep is sick, but if a multi-genre told me like, oh yeah, for sure dubstep is sick. He's heard comparisons already. He's heard all these different type of genres, and he's nailed down that, oh yeah, like out of all the genres that I've been exposed to, I've been open to, like dubstep is sick. And it's like, okay, like you've had the time to open up to your music taste and dance music. You listen to all these kinds of genres, and
I mean, they're both not wrong though.
no, they're both not wrong, exactly. But I think it is something to, I guess, kind of like dissect sometimes when you hear like other opinions, right? Like, because sometimes they might just have like a distasteful thing about that genre sometimes. Like some people might be like, oh no, hardstyle is more popping than drum and bass right now. But they just might have a personal pity thing towards drum and bass. Or some people might be like, not like some people, even although collectively we agree that drum and bass is exciting right now, someone can be like, nah, drum and bass is way better than hardstyle. When really that's not like the conversation of like which one is better. The conversation is just like, oh yeah, drum and bass is exciting right now. And I've heard that a lot more versus like, oh, like hardstyle. But maybe this is just me just not being too tapped in with like the hardstyle platform. But I try to, but which is why I'm excited to, you know, hopefully in the near future, like get some hardstyle artists, hardstyle people in here to get to know more of that side. Because I feel like we had a lot of artists and guests that have done like all the other genres, and I think hardstyle has been the one.
Like, yeah, so we're getting Junkie Kid. No,
Junkie. Oh yeah, you see the blood fucking just fucking went out. Damn, talking too long. But do you get what I mean though? Like
yeah.
like hearing a music opinion from like a single genre listener versus like someone who's
yeah, I guess.
But not all single genre listeners are like that though, you know? Because some people can be like, oh yeah, that's just not my cup of tea. I understand that. But some people like they'll just be like, nah, like it's just whack. It's just not popping. And like they don't really see it from like the, like you say about the whole Beyonce thing, like people don't really see it from like the,
well, that's just lack of music knowledge, I think, in that aspect. But I guess what you're saying. I see where you're getting at. I think I've come across more of people saying like that their shit is better, like the music that they listen to is just better than what you're listening to, and I'm just like, when people say that shit, I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Like, it's weird people be like that, like, oh no, like we gotta listen to this because this is better, like, oh we gotta listen to this is better, and like I'm just like, bro, like I'm just not trying to listen to what you're trying to listen to. You feel me? Like, I don't know, just the shit like that. That's where I come across more than anything. I think is just fucking people just think their opinion is better than everyone else's opinion. I think, and like that's not necessarily the case, you know. And like it's just people not being able to remove themselves from themselves, bro. Like remove themselves out of their own opinion. Like, cause you gotta understand, there's your opinion, and then you gotta like understand there's facts, and then not even facts. Sometimes there's like, is your opinion in the majority or is your opinion in the minority?
And when you say facts too, like you're talking about like analytical reports too,
Yeah,
like backing up like the consumption of what people are actually pulling up to listen to, right?
Yeah, exactly. And like going out, you know what? Like something that I've been like, I don't want to say proud, but something I've been doing a lot more recently is going to a bunch. Like I've been going to a lot of shows, like as of late, and a lot of different places too. Like purposely just to check the temperature out here, like just to see what the fuck is really going, like what's going on. And it's the same shit everywhere I go. Not the same shit, but like tech house is a thing, right? How that thing, that genre of music is
Like that subworld too.
yeah, like that minimal house stuff. That's its own thing, like its own market. Like that's sometimes I don't want to call that EDM. Like it's dance music, right?
Word, okay.
But that's its own like
very niche of something that took away from EDM.
Yeah, it's its own market outside the EDM market in general, you know? Like that's its own its own circuit, you know? Like they have their own clubs, they have their own way of constantly making money. Like if you want to become a tech house DJ, like that's like a very like not hard thing to reach for, I don't think, because like there's a lot of it.
Yeah, okay.
You feel me? There's a lot of it out, like in almost any area you go to, even not in Southern California type shit. Like say you go to like Arizona or go to like fucking Utah or something, like that house, it's gonna be there. That tech housey type vibe, it's gonna be there. Like no matter what, like you're gonna be, you have a chance. You feel me? Like is what I'm saying. You have a chance doing that shit. Whereas in other genres, because it's still like low key, or because it's not mainstream, or like it's not tech house is club music.
Yeah, that's right? Shit you would hear in a club, and that's what club music is. It's music that you hear in a club.
There we go. And like,
but club music is not necessarily just it's not EDM.
Exactly.
Because this is my DJ side speaking, is that like I've made playlists too where it's like club music, and I've had tracks of several genres, but because club music, this is different. Like DJing in a club versus DJing like at a maybe like at a bar or in a theater, like it's completely a little different. If you're trying to, I guess in the sense of people please, like when you're like pushing out like music as a DJ, I think like it's definitely something that I've always like taken into consideration, like where I'm playing. Like if I'm playing in a club, then maybe my HUSKI set would be a little tweaked to like the club environment. But that's just me from like the DJ side speaking. I can't speak for any other producer that's maybe playing in a club, but they just come from the producer background. Like they never played in a club before, so they're gonna play like their all original set, you know. And again, that's like another long conversation. A lot more factors come into play with that shit, but yeah, no, I think a lot of genres right now, especially like in Southern California, is very niche. Any other area like you mentioned, tech house and house music in general, is definitely like something that you just get into wherever you're at. Because I always hear of other artists, especially in other countries, where they're like, oh, like I'm fucking popping on SoundCloud, but I'm in like on this island and nobody fucks with this shit. So, and they can't really necessarily make a live entertainment income out of it or any type of like royalties from their own country. So they gotta really rely on the consumption of other countries. And yeah, it's just really it's interesting to see right now, like the state of EDM in certain genres. specifically German bass, because it's something that a lot of people have been talking about. A lot of people have been reaching into and checking it out. And
well, I seen this post, and we should probably go check it out. It's gonna be a fucking Riddim versus DMB night.
bro, where?
Somewhere in LA.
Riddim and drum and bass. Bro, honestly, you know, if I'm pulling up to that event, I'm gonna have to be in the team drum and bass on this one, bro.
Yeah,
I believe so, and it's interesting for me to say this right now because a lot of my catalog is more like towards the like rhythm stuff. But I think right now for me, I would pull up for Gryffindor, bro.
I'm gonna say this. It's really gonna depend on the DJs. Like 100% for me, especially because like, bro, like if homeboys come out with some dope ass chopping and all that shit, like that just, to me, that's performance, that's routine. Like I give that over just regular mixing. And if these DMB heads aren't doing like over the top like fucking shit, they don't have an MC with them or you know, something like that, then understand your performance is kind of over just mixing. You feel me? Like, and chopping is performing, bro, or it's a routine. Like, I don't care
to an extent.
It's a routine.
But you can't just, I mean, you have to
it's a routine. I could give more up to someone because they've doing a live routine rather than just doing a live mix.
Even if it's messy?
If it's good and it sounds good, yeah.
Okay.
Cause bro, like, I'm not gonna lie. Don't get me wrong. Like, shitty doubling and shitty chopping is shitty doubling and shitty chopping. And that's why I said it comes down to the DJs. It comes down to the DJs, bro. Like, legit. And like I said, if the chops and stuff are, bro, it's weird. You have like a, cause I get it. We've seen a lot of shitty shit. Like,
has anyone ever chopped drum and bass, bro?
I
don't think I've ever seen anyone chop or anyone do any kind of like, when it comes to drum and bass, the only thing that's like live DJing type shit I've seen is
double dropping.
Okay, double drop. Okay, I can see that happening.
You could double drop drum and bass for sure.
I think
I know people double drop drum and bass, but it's because the drums on one side are kicking a little bit, like on the intro to the mix.
Oh, I got you.
You feel me? Like it's,
yeah, I can see that happening.
Yeah. Yeah, people do. Yeah, it's crazy. You mentioned that because like I'm like the tempo that fucking DMB sits at, it's 86 or like 85, 86-ish. That's a sweet spot for scratching. Like for tempo, like that tempo is like a really good sweet spot. So like I understand why a lot of DJs like to scratch to that shit. And like you heard that. Well, I played a little set for you, right? But I'm trying to figure out some shit now. Like, I have a reason to go back on my turntables again, and I'm kind of excited for that shit. Cause like I was talking to Fela at the fucking Low End show, and he was telling me about like this DJ that he's gonna go out to see. Actually, I think I'm gonna go out with him and pause. Yo,
I don't judge it, bro. I ain't judging shit.
Yo, hey, pause.
2023, bro. If that's what you want to do.
We gonna go see a show.
Be comfortable with yourself, dude. Be comfortable with yourself.
Oh shit. Anyways, fucking, we're gonna go see a show, and he was telling me that the DJ he's a DMB DJ, but he only spins on vinyl. So
damn, that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, so I'm like real excited to see how that shit looks or sounds, to be honest. But yeah, unless like I said at that show, fucking there's some DJs on the DMB DJs on some turntables and then mixing. That's a different story, but
yeah, like imagine the drum and bass DJs like did it all out, bro. MC and actual live drums, bro.
There we go. Live drums.
That's it, bro. That's it.
You just have someone with a drummer right there.
Okay, so let me ask you this: drum and bass DJ live drums versus Riddim DJ chopping.
Live drums, bro. What do you mean?
Okay.
Live drum pad or live drums?
Well, how good's the drummer?
How good the drum pad?
Okay, how good? Probably
Exactly.
drum pad.
Exactly. How good the chops?
There you go. You see? There you go. Yeah, how good's the drum bed? You see? All that shit is counted for. No doubt about it. Cause you hear a lot. You hear all these people too. Oh, I'm a DJ too. True. And then you throw them on. It's like, fuck, I don't know how to work this.
Look, I won't know how to work it for the first 4 minutes, 5 minutes maybe, and after that, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Didn't you want to talk about CDJ1000s?
Shut the fuck up. I don't even want to talk about. I don't even want to hear those, bro. Nah, honestly, it wasn't that. I'm kidding, bro. It wasn't. It was not even that. I'm definitely overplaying it. Like I'm big tripping on it, but I really don't like really necessarily ever want to play on them ever again, for sure.
Would you rather do that or like a record box controller?
Record box controller.
Okay.
But I'd rather use my laptop.
Oh damn.
Nah, I'm kidding.
No, but for those that don't know, like
it's just I'm not used to
the
them.
1000s.
I'm just not used to them. That's it. That's all it is, bro.
Yeah, CDJ1000s, especially like on the screen. Yeah, go ahead.
When do you expect to get like thrown 1000s in front of you?
Not often. No. Usually it's either a controller that's like modern. Just modern gear. Yeah, modern gear. That's what I'm expecting.
And it's touchscreen. But I mean, I don't know. It was just so weird. Like, cause the fact that the cue points are like so say you had the screen right on the top, and then on the top right corner has a tab that says performance.
Right.
You click that tab, and then basically like a whole cue point will pop up and shit like that. So then you just gotta keep touching. But now you're reaching over the whole time, touching that cue point
on the screen, yeah.
Yeah, and then like I'm touching other shit on the screen because I'm also turning up and like it's touchscreen, so I'm thinking I'm retouching A, but I'm fucking touching beat loop 1 and shit like that, and I'm just like, all right, fam, y'all got me.
Yeah,
like
they're even called the XDJs, right? XDJ1000s.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, because the touchscreen that I've worked on one of those, and it took me. Bro, maybe it took me 10, 15 minutes
like, look,
to get comfortable with those.
The thing is, like, I would have been cool if I was only spinning, like, music that I was real comfortable spinning, right? Like, if it was some shit that I was like, all right, like, this is cool. Like, I'm comfortable with all this. Like, I wouldn't be tripping. Like, when I played bass music and shit, like, I wasn't, like, that shit. To me, spinning bass music for some reason it's like, yeah, that's just some shit, bro. Like that's just what I do.
It's just different day.
Yeah, bro. It's just like it's just what I do. So it's like I'm not tripping on when I do that. So like when it came to spinning that type of music, finito. You feel me? That
a different genre.
Yeah, but when it came to like spinning, like when it came to like I just was spinning drum and bass, I really needed my cues and everything to be like really on point. And if I missed something, it was gonna throw my shit off. So like I was really sometimes like fucking it up by not pressing the touch or the touchscreen. I don't know. My hands were sweaty. I don't know. Like I was sweating too, so maybe that could have been the case. But like, yeah, it's just give me a button, fam. Just give me a fucking button. I don't know.
Recently, this happened. One of our previous shows with Lowen at the Hideaway, and I thought the set was going good. And when I went to go check in, I was like, "How are you doing?" And they were like, "Damn, honestly, bro, I don't think I'm doing good. Like, I'm having a hard time." I'm like, "Dude, I think it's going good. Like, don't even trip." Like, he's like, "Nah, I don't think I'm playing my best music." I'm like, "Well, honestly, bro, everyone's making dancing. Everyone looks dancing." But I could kind of relate to him when he was telling me this because I feel like I've been in situations where I believe this guy was kind of overanalyzing and overthinking because like when I was looking at the dance floor like the past 5-10 minutes when he was telling me like it's been a groove, like no one's been complaining, and
maybe he just didn't like his energy.
Exactly. So and I feel like I have been in a situation where I am not enjoying the way I'm feeling towards what I'm playing, So it's hard for me to really gauge like how the crowd is feeling, but how I'm feeling is really clouding like the tone, how I'm able to read the tone of the room. And I just wanted to know if you've ever gone through this. And well, I mean, by you talking, especially too, like I'm sure we've done enough parties because I admit that I feel like I have definitely like overanalyzed, or I have like been in situations where there's just something in my performance I'm just getting frustrated with the performance. But I know, but like because I'm so clouded by what's going on with my performance, like I can even result to like, oh, the room's not messing with it, but you're just so clouded from what's going on. Like that's not the case. Like the room is actually like vibing out, and that does happen a lot of times, right? With a lot of DJs, especially like because it happens to me a lot too, where I might be just like too clouded about what's going on in my performance. Like it's like one of those things we were talking about in previous podcasts, like when only we would know if we fucked up type shit, and if only if we were like showing it to the public.
And honestly, that's how it was yesterday. Last night using the fucking 1000s. Like, I'm really down. Like up playing like how bad it like. I didn't like them for like I think like I'm shitting on them. It's probably portraying how bad it went, but like it didn't. Like it went fucking great. Like it was fucking dope as fuck. I just didn't like that I had to jump through some hoops to fucking do a good at to perform. You feel me? Like
troubleshoot and perform.
Because like bro, like I'm thinking like in my head, okay, I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna have these cue point. Like I'm just gonna have the cue point buttons. That's all I fucking want, bro. Literally all I want, just so that I could just be jumping up there.
Exactly.
Vibing.
Like during the transition sections, you're gonna pop in, do the transition section, and then you got your break too. Or you're assuming for that little break that okay, like I'm gonna dictate what I like to do, but I don't want to be fucking just shit like. I gotta like fucking
exactly, bro.
Look into this.
I wanted to be just jumping up and like chilling, but instead I had to be.
Did it look? Do you believe it looked more like you were trying to understand the gear versus like you knew what you were doing?
The first 5, like I said, bro, 5. I don't even want to say 10 minutes. The first like 5 minutes or so, yeah, for sure. Cause like I'm out myself, bro. I'm coming out. I use the sync button.
Dude, that's all right. We're okay. No, fuck. For reals? Damn, bro. That's fucked. Oh, dude, what? I wish I didn't hear this, bro. My ears are bleeding. Damn. No, that's all right, bro. You want to use the sync?
Should I give you my DJ card now?
Nah, bro. You should just shred it. No more use for that no more.
Oh shit.
That's all right, dude. Honestly,
now with house music, so like I start my sets off with bass house now.
All right.
And bro, I just don't want to fucking go through the adjustments of 2 BPMs like every fucking track, just adjusting it 2 BPMs one way, bro. Like it doesn't make a fucking difference. I'm just gonna hit 128. We ride in, bro. Like I'm cool. I'm totally cool.
Would you say subconsciously that's just like that was more of like of our turntablism, like pride ego thing of like, yeah, I could manually do this. Cause I think that was a lot of the argument when I heard a lot of these turntablists make versus like the new technology that's being made, making things easier for DJs, is that a lot of the turntablist OGs would be like, that's crazy. You know, back in the day, we had to freaking bring all these collections of crates. Like back then we had to scratch and we had to manually like
and bro, back then you look stupid doing you look dumb. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know what the fuck. Like, we don't want to look like that no more. We want to, like, perform. You feel me? So, like
we want to, like, and when and I wanted to ask you, too, is it easy do you believe it's easy for regular, because I think for DJs and I've been doing it for a while, they're able to identify with a DJ that's performing if they're, like, know what they're doing with the gear versus, like, you could tell, like, they're learning on the go. Do you think the average person that goes to these shows, like they're able to look at a DJ or someone that's performing and be like, oh, okay, it's obvious like when they're working on the go.
It's easy to spot out, I'm pretty sure, right? And that's the thing that made this a little harder as well. Like, so I use master BPM and sync as a tool. Like I use it for BPM transitions. You feel me? So that I could sync up maybe this track on my right deck that I'm transitioning in is maybe the original BPM is like 150 maybe, right? But I'm at 128. I'll sync it up and have this song start the first intro since it's probably already all instrumental. The first 16 bars, I just drums or whatever. I'll sync it up with the 128. It'll sound like a fucking house bop and it'll come out. I'll probably transition it out for when the out track of my left deck is also instrumental. And then all I got to do is move the fucking BPM back to the original of my right deck and they'll both go to the like sync at the same time to the same BPM, right?
Okay.
And like, but it sounds dope doing it. Like, imagine going from like a house beat into something like just faster, and you're just manually doing that shit, and then it's a fucking dope ass track coming. Like,
you can't actually do that with turntables. Like,
you can't do it with turntables.
Back in the day, type shit. You can try.
Bums. No, I'm just kidding. Y'all can't shit on me because like I could probably out scratch everyone. So fuck out of here, motherfucker.
Like that's not really like a niche audience, right? Right?
I don't give a fuck. I'm from like you. I feel like I couldn't if I couldn't use turntables. I probably couldn't be saying this shit, fam. But it's a different story.
No, for sure.
It's a different story.
No, yeah. I mean, I
got years under me.
Yeah, no.
I have videos up, bro. Go check the videos. You feel me? Like,
do you think people would like to see more scratching in sets?
Look, I'll say this. I think if people could scratch on the CDJs very well and the faders on the new Pioneer decks, the crossfaders were good. The Pioneer mixers, I think it could be a thing again.
Yeah, because I get what you're saying, because I believe that a lot of the scratching experience that people received when they were DJing was all on turntable technology. So when all the scratching that's being learned, it's on that gear primarily. And people that want to scratch nowadays, it's like, okay, it's believable that you're not doing it on a controller versus back then where people just all.
I think now though, like, it's gonna be way easier for people to start transitioning into scratching on CDJs and controllers, just because of the phases. Like, it's already digital, bro. Like, like the only uniqueness about having that needle, bro, was the sound and the feel. Legit is the sound and feel, bro. Like of having your turntable and like having just that feel of that needle being on there and that drag. It's just like
it's unique.
It's different, and like the touch you give on it, bro. Like it's the finesse with your finger. Y'all don't understand. Like it's certain things you could do with the sound of the needle on the fucking vinyl. Like it's just different, and like versus being on the phase ones. But now that we're already on the phase ones and people are just using that digital sound, is no different than using the digital sound on the fucking CDJ. You're just now taking away the jog wheel. So you're basically, we need to see a generation with scratchers that don't have a jog wheel, pretty much. You feel me? That's what we need.
Damn.
That's the community that needs to pop out. And I don't know if it's gonna be a big thing or not, but you feel me?
I believe what we might start seeing within the next year or two is DJs incorporating like live pads.
And live pads?
Like for drumming, like the Ferdigan stuff.
Okay. I believe it.
Because, we've seen this shit happen, and I think for a while we've seen someone like, I'm going to bring it back OG style, like araabmuzik. Like we've seen this style of content and style of sets back in the day. I mean, if you guys don't know who araabmuzik is, check araabmuzik. I mean, this is like the stuff that Ferdigan is doing, like his performances, like reworking, remixing, edits live of tracks of his tracks as well. This form of entertainment and performing has been done like by araabmuzik back in the days. Well, obviously this is now current music. But I mean, I feel like now because of the consumption and people and because Ferdigan is now like at a much more, like I feel like as a much more popular scale than what I've seen with araabmuzik, I think that live drumming of like the MIDI devices being incorporated in those live DJ sets,
But
I'm gonna see. We're probably gonna see a boost in that within the next year or two.
I don't think so. I think it's so unique. Like,
Mhm.
it's so hard to brand yourself with that. Like, I just think, like, bro, araabmuzik has been doing it, bro, and people been seeing that shit.
But it was
And,
so underground. Like, but when he was doing that stuff, it wasn't the state. EDM wasn't
bro,
at the
but the
state.
MPC has been a thing.
Facts.
It's been a thing.
Yeah.
It's not hidden. It's not. People see the fucking beat. It's not like a underground thing. Like, you go to fucking Guitar Center, you see them on the walls,
Right.
fam.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. I just think it's for a select amount of people, like, that really have like that really mindset that let me sit down and do this, and then out of those select few people, how many people want to do EDM, and then out of those select people, how many people you think are really going to be able to brand themselves to do it? And I think that's the hardest part. And I think Fred again, whatever the fuck, you feel me? He did so much more before he started doing shit like that. You feel me? So he had a, like, he was already making music, but then once he started incorporating all of it together, like, that's when the picture like all came in, you know? So like, bro, think about it this way. How hard is it for someone to ask you, hey Carlos, let me perform, but I need to perform just on this?
How hard?
And how willing are you gonna let him do it if you don't know if he's gonna be doing it how you think he's gonna be doing it?
Well, I mean, yeah, if I don't have no kind of like portfolio of like previous like history of like how they've done this gear, I mean, I probably won't really do it. No, I'd have to see some sort of like form. Like in this day and
Who's gonna
age,
let him?
in this day, I mean, I don't. No, with what you've told me, no, I
And
don't think nobody.
where is that person gonna go and say, hey, give me a chance for where there's gonna be people here to play this? And then what if like the first time they do it, they're just not. You know how long it takes you to just learn how to DJ in front of a crowd type shit, right? Now
Yeah,
imagine
it
trying
takes
to
a
learn
minute.
to DJ in front of a crowd with that.
Right.
So now this person has to go and learn on the fly how to do that outside, and now you're giving him and now like promoters are giving him a chance. But I'm thinking, yeah, I'm good, but I'm good in the sense of I know what I like and I'm good, but I'm not good, and then I'm outside good at the same time. You feel me? The same time, like we talk about how DJs are, they still need to get over that DJ shit. So now he's in the same boat. He's even of a lesser, like, it's even harder for that motherfucker. You feel me? Because he's not just spinning on fucking turn or fucking CDJs and shit like that.
Right.
It's harder, bro. Like, that's why it's only for the select few, bro. Like, people that really pick that shit up and really get that shit cracking, and then are able to be like, okay, performance. Like, they like, bro, it's a certain type of people. You feel me? Like, Fred again is a certain type of motherfucker to get, bro. He plays the piano and shit. Like, he's a certain motherfucker, bro. Like, araabmuzik, he's a certain motherfucker, bro. Like,
true that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, shit like that. I get it. It sounds good, right? It sounds good, bro.
No, but you make a point because a lot of the content that you see currently from people that try to do that Fred again shit, they're doing it from their house. They're not doing it in a live entertainment space. So they're not that is.
And maybe you could pop on TikTok, but like,
but doing
so
a routine,
many people are doing it.
But I think doing a routine in a controlled place, like doing it in your own like bedroom or in your house,
versus
like
live,
versus like in a live crowd where.
And then curating the whole set for a whole hour for motherfuckers.
Yeah. I mean, that does say a lot about the kind of people that could actually do it like in a live setting versus, because you do see a lot of people picking it up and showing the content, but you notice in the content, the environment, it's at their house, and there's a certain crowd that definitely are willing to consume that kind of content. But
exactly, a certain crowd, like, and you gotta be good as fuck, bro, and your music gotta be good, like it. it takes a certain motherfucker for that shit to pop off for, bro. Like it's
Uh-huh.
people's like it sounds so nice and sweet, right? Sounds so simple. Like let me just learn how to do this my way that I like, that I think it's really different and fresh and new, and I'm gonna go outside and play it for people, and they're gonna like it because I think it's fresh and. But like that's not the case. Like there's so much more into it, you know. Like it's it's just like people just don't understand. Like it's imagine all like just being a DJ and then trying to add one more element into it, bro, is so hard.
Right.
Like, right? Just even something using turntables now, bro, is such a fucking like stressor for some people. Like, bro, I'm never gonna request for turntable. I'm just like, fuck it at this point, bro. Like, it is what it is. If y'all gonna give me turntables, great. If not,
let me ask you this,
right,
bro. Because speaking of like certain ways of DJing and working with a live crowd, you know what kind of group of DJs I always thought were ballsy? Ableton DJs. Because a lot of those Ableton DJs had their shit pre-mapped out already before they got there. So they're like, nah, in the beginning of this intro, like I'm gonna have all of these channels automated to do some shit. Like I've noticed, especially when these YouTube live sets, when I see these Ableton DJs have their sets mapped out, it's already mapped out. And very times they do have like a gear right there that will tweak, but it's not necessarily much. It's just going on the knobs, and they might have a MIDI keyboard right there. Not like throughout the whole set is literally just them like on the Ableton monitoring like the whole progression of the whole set. And yeah, I've always thought that shit was always ballsy because a lot of that type of mixing is like already premeditated of what you're gonna play throughout your whole full set, and versus like you're DJing on Serato record box, you don't got that kind of programming happening. Like you're mixing on the fly, unless you're playing a pre-recorded set. But that's about it. So I always thought that group of DJs was always ballsy to do like Ableton mapped out. I know for a while Skrillex was doing Ableton DJ too. I never knew for a while that you could DJ like off of Ableton, but it just had to be like a lot more curated. Cause yeah, see, if you guys are just audio listening, I mean, it's just fucking funny.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, they were DJing, bro. That was lit.
Let me ask you this: would you be mad to see someone DJing on virtual DJ on their laptop at a festival? They were just there, like the way you were mixing earlier in the set. Would you be mad if you saw somebody else mixing like that? Would you be mad, bro? Is it mixing good type shit?
Yeah, is the mixing good, bro? Okay, bro. As long as the mixing is fucking good and I don't hear push, backspin or the siren, we good.
Virtual DJ PTSD is real, dude.
As long as I don't hear those three things, bro, we solid.
I don't think I'd be mad either, bro. Like if what you just said is all,
I'd respect it, dog. I'd respect it.
Like imagine just to have like the balls to go up to a festival and someone if people were asking, oh, like you got your USB, like nah, bro, I got my laptop. I'm playing virtual DJ. Like I'm like, damn, like respect.
But you don't have to no more. You use record box now, bro.
Oh no, for sure. No, now you
Just
could. But someone now, what if someone was like I'm gonna run virtual DJ? Like they're repping.
Oh, he's from Mexico or what?
Bro. Hey, but EC Mexico happened. EC Mexico did happen though.
Hey, shout out my boy Ray Burger, dog.
Yeah, I seen that shit.
Hey, good, bro, that's crazy. My boy Ray Burger was at fucking EDC Mexico.
Oh, is it Mexico? Like, bro.
I'm Mexican, relax.
Hey, but I'm not gonna lie, bro. Remember that story I told you when I went to Mexico and homegirl was on.
Kill me for that.
Homegirl was on CDJs on virtual DJ. Bro, did I not say that? Dude, I seen this shit.
Oh, fuck.
Hey, nah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. You're crying, bro.
It's just true. Bro, every quinceañera, dog, they're using virtual DJ.
I went to a wedding last summer, and yeah, they were using virtual DJs.
It was a Mexican wedding.
Yeah, the hall that I was at. he was using virtual DJ actually. Yeah.
Holy
Damn.
fuck, dude. Holy fuck.
I went to.
Hey, don't disrespect my people like that, bro.
No, this is just something that I seen at the wedding in Mexico.
Yeah, bro, relax. How you talking about my people, dog?
Just your ass,
bro. Chill. There's a Mexican flag right outside that door,
why are you crying?
I don't know. That shit was stupid.
They're from Mexico or what?
Next topic, bro. Come on, let's go.
EDC Mexico did happen, and I'm hoping to make it next year because I want to see what the temperature is out there, bro. Because I'm only able to just really illustrate what I think it is, like through social media, what people post, but it's not until you're there and you're able to see, like, damn, because I feel like the diversity in the lineups that they do in EDC Mexico, like for sure Insomniac, I could say, because a lot of these lineups that I would see in Mexico, it's a lot of minimal, like what you're mentioning earlier, like it's a lot of that crowd, like, or hardstyle, like Maceo Plex and like all that kinds of stuff. But I think Insomniac has done a really great job at bringing in a lot of diverse acts, exciting acts too, especially like newer upcoming artists from everywhere in Mexico too. So I just want to know exactly, because we always talk about like, oh, like, you know, in the UK, Europe, German bass house, America bass music house too. In Mexico, you know, I just want to know right now, 2023, what the hell they on. And I was only able to get a glimpse through uploads that I've seen on social media, but that's a trip that I would like to make next year. Is in 2024, go to EDC Mexico and see what the energy is out there. Because everyone always tell me that they're always very enthusiastic when going to these festivals, like showing up with the energy. Everyone always talks about like playing in Mexico because the energy levels are always so good. Damn, you was actually crying, bro.
Yeah, I know. You're a comedian, bro. I'm sorry.
Bro, I mean, it was some shit you said.
I know. I'm trying to paint it on you and shit.
Hold on. But, yeah, bro, that's something I like to do next year. Is go to Mexico.
Down, bro. Let's do it. Let's go to Mexico. Let's go to EDC Mexico. But it's cheap as fuck too.
Yeah, I mean, like, do you think every state has some sort of like subgenre that they fuck with, or do you think it's only applicable to certain states?
Like Culiacan has like, they're into fucking Mumatun, and then fucking Chihuahua's into fucking like tech house or some shit like that.
Yeah, something like that. Like wherever you're at, like the kind of genre of music you listen to is very territorial.
Michoacan is into fucking rhythm and shit. Like,
oh, you're from Michoacan, you can't listen to German bass.
Nah.
No.
Shit.
Or else.
Or else?
Yeah, you want to find out what or else is? But no, I mean, I'm sure. I mean, they're like that with a lot of genres.
Well, I mean, out here, that's how it is, right? Denver, bass.
Yeah.
California, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, like I wonder what's Mexico's Denver.
What's Mexico City? You've been there?
So I haven't been there actually.
No?
I've only been to Guanajuato.
Oh, that's right.
But I went. I met up with.
Wait, where's EDC Mexico?
Mexico City.
Let's go. Let's fucking do it.
Mexico City.
Let's do it.
Yeah. But everyone always tells me that when it comes to bass music, Mexico City is a good way to start off, like to see what's going on there, and everything else that everyone always just tells me. Like the person I collaborated with on
Lose the Tempo 2024 EDC Mexico. Check us out.
Yeah, so the person that I went to meet up with in Mexico, I collaborated with him.
See if we could get some fucking passes type shit for
oh dude, I mean I'll fucking media passes and shit. Yeah, I'd be down.
Alright, anyways, my bad, you were saying?
I was talking about I met up with the homie that I collaborated with on a couple of records, and he was telling me that a lot of places is very house, tech house, minimal, and bass music is only more prominent in like the capital city of Mexico, which would be Mexico City. And that's where they have EDC Mexico. So it makes a lot more sense to that. So they have a lot of dubstep acts.
So that's like
that's Sweet Tooth out. They had a bunch
that's like San Bernardino then.
That's like their San Bernardino, is what you said? They're not center?
Yeah.
EDC, I'm done. Yeah. Okay. No, well, when it comes lineup wise, like it's very
Oh,
similar.
bro, that shit. That my bad. Off topic a little, but that that DMB and rhythm thing. It's at the circle.
Oh,
That's why it was interesting to me.
oh, who's throwing it?
I didn't quite see it, but I know it's at the circle. It's not wasted, I don't think.
Oh wow,
So,
okay.
Yeah, interesting.
I wonder who it is.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, yeah, Mexico City, right? I forgot.